guys.
Is it working? Hi, guys.
Yes, we're
Yes,
live.
we're live.
We did it.
We did it.
Oh my gosh, you know what we just did? We just got into peak state.
It's the Tony Robbins technique. Well, I'm sure a lot of other people use it as well, but Tony Robbins is all about peak state, just changing your physical state so that you can change your mental state. So we were outside doing jumping jacks.
Out in the cold.
Out in the cold, and it felt so good, just getting reinvigorated, getting that oxygen into our lungs.
Do we look like we got some good blood flow going on?
Now it seems like we're shallow breathers, but we're really just energized.
We're totally energized. So we're in peak state. We're ready to give you guys the goods.
Yeah.
And we're just waiting for a few people to jump on. It looks like we got some viewers now. Hi, you guys. Thanks for jumping on with us.
Yes, hi guys.
We'd love for you guys to interact with us.
Yes, please do.
Yeah.
I like interaction.
So tonight we're going to be talking to you guys about demystifying nutritional cleansing.
Yes, which is like our favorite topic on earth.
Well, you know, a lot of people just come up to us and they're like, what are you talking about, nutritional cleansing? What is that? You know, and so what we're going to do is we're going to kind of take all that guesswork out for you guys tonight. But before we get started, we just wanted to share our stories with you guys. So, Hale, you share your story first.
Okay, well, yeah, so I got started 4 years ago thanks to this lovely lady to my right, probably your left. And she was my instructor, my fitness instructor at the time. She looked awesome. She had great energy. I was like, I don't know what it is, but I want it. So I got started, and it was awesome. It was awesome. My energy increased, my brain fog lifted, my belly bloat that I had just always had was gone.
She's
finally
the best abs when she wears a bikini in the summer.
I mean,
I
I don't
have
know
ab
about
envy.
that. I have had 2 children, but
Yeah,
I'll take
she
the
looks
compliment.
good.
I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, I just always felt like I was bloated around my midsection, and I think that's so common for women.
It is.
And my weight doesn't fluctuate anymore. It's awesome. Like, and I still enjoy my favorite foods. I eat, guys. I love to eat. And I don't have to worry about the fluctuation anymore, though, because of this incredible tool that we have in our toolbox.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
It is, yeah. Before isogenics, I had about 10 pounds of body fat that I just couldn't lose no matter what. I was, I co-owned a gym at the time, and I was teaching like 4 hours a day, and I was like, what the heck? Like, I'm doing everything that I thought I should be, and I just couldn't get rid of that weight. I was super stressed, and I was, you know, could use some more energy. I was introduced to isogenics by my mom. She's a nurse and a holistic nutrition coach. She graduated from the Institute of Integrative Nutrition in New York. And when she showed it to me, I was kind of like ready. I was at that place where I knew I needed something, and I always wanted to do a cleanse, but I didn't want to do one of those cleanses where you had to drink the maple syrup water, lemon cayenne pepper.
Lemon cayenne.
Like,
What is that? How do you actually live on that?
Well, I would have been, I don't know, like I would have been starving.
I would have been like killing people.
Yeah. So it literally
Sorry,
came
that was a
into my
little
life.
extreme.
She wouldn't have done that.
No, I wouldn't have done that. But
So that came into my life kind of at the right time. I was like kind of looking for something like that. So I said yes, and here I am 10 years later, still loving the products. Yes, I still drink shakes every day because I feel amazing, so why wouldn't I have one every day? And they taste amazing. And as a result of using isogenics, like Haley, like I've been able to maintain my weight loss. You know, I had 2 pregnancies. One of them was a twin pregnancy, and you know, I was stretched out big, and isogenics, you know, allowed my body to really be, you know, at its peak in before pregnancy, after pregnancy. And so here we are. We're just so excited to share nutritional cleansing with the world because it's just made such a huge difference in our lives. And so what we're going to start off tonight is just kind of talking about some of the common questions that we get about nutritional cleansing. So one of the questions that people ask us is, why should I cleanse? You know, some people don't have to lose weight. And what I want to share with you is that nutritional cleansing is not just for weight loss. It's one of the side effects of doing a nutritional cleanse. But the purpose of doing a cleanse is that our bodies are in toxic overload. I mean, think about like the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, I mean, the stuff we put on our skin. We are constantly being bombarded with toxins. And our bodies were designed by God to be amazing, amazing things. And they do have a mechanism for detoxing. But in this day and age, our bodies are so overloaded that they can't even keep up with the amount of toxins. So this is the main reason that we all need to cleanse, whether we need to lose weight or not. And even athletes should cleanse. Athletes, when they perform at a high intensity, they have something in their muscles called lactic acid, which is a byproduct of hard work and effort. And the nutritional cleanse can help flood that out, so a better recovery. And also think about when athletes are outside running, breathing heavy, they're taking in more air, so they're actually exposed to more toxins. So that's why everyone should cleanse. And if you think about, we change the oil in our car, but we don't do anything for maintenance to maintain our bodies.
I love that analogy. That just it resonates with me.
It does.
Yeah, we take better care of our cars than we take care of our bodies. That's kind of sad when you stop and really think about it, because we assume that our bodies are just gonna, poof, take care of it all for us. And our bodies are miraculous, but they get overloaded and bogged down, and we can only expect so much from our poor body. So this program naturally supports our body's natural detoxification system.
And as it's being detoxed, it's actually being flooded with amazing nutrition, vitamins and minerals that our body is craving so that it can perform optimally. So when we're cleansing, we're not depleting, we're actually feeding it what it really needs.
And so then the next question we get is, well, how does it work? Why does it work? I'm sort of starting to get that I need it, but why? How? So the way this program works is that it gently and safely removes toxic impurities from the body. Our bodies are comprised of 100 trillion cells, if you can believe that. We have 100 trillion cells in our bodies, and they are on toxic overload. We are asking a lot of our bodies living in this toxic world, environmental pollutants everywhere. It's in our water, it's on our food, it's in the air we breathe. If you wake up on the right side of the ground and you eat food, drink water, and breathe air, you need to be cleansing your body. This is a massively overlooked phenomenon in our culture.
And think about it too, cultures have been doing this for thousands of years.
Intuitively. So ancient civilizations would intuitively cleanse their body through intermittent fasting, and sometimes for very long periods of time. And it really resets your whole system, and it's something that's just overlooked these days, sadly, and that's really probably a huge part of the reason that our health is declining.
I think a lot of people are starting to catch on, though, with intermittent fasting. It's really popping up now. A lot of literature is popping up on the internet, so it's something that's becoming pretty hot.
Right. So like Jen said, this system floods our body with nutrients, and it actually causes our body to release the toxins that are stored within those 100 trillion cells. And here's a little mechanism info for you. So our bodies are protected from those toxic impurities by our fat cells. And this really explains why we're housing so many fat cells that we just cannot get rid of no matter how much we diet.
Everyone says that.
No matter how much we diet, because when we're dieting, we're getting rid of, we're restricting calories, but we're not actually dealing with the root issue, which is the toxicity. So when your body releases those toxic impurities, then your body is free to release those fat cells. And that's how that works. It's pretty incredible. It's a very simple concept, but it's not really talked about. And those fat cells are actually called obesogens.
Wow, that's cool. That's a cool word.
Yeah.
It's interesting because, if you look at the word diet, the first 3 letters are die. So I never say that I'm on a diet. I always say that I'm on a lifestyle change program, because diets don't work. Diets are short periods of time where you restrict yourself of certain calories or certain food groups, and then when you go back to it, then your body tends to regain the weight. What's so cool with nutritional cleansing is that once you get rid of those toxins and you're able to release those fat cells, you're more likely to be able to maintain your results, because the toxins aren't there and your body doesn't feel like it has to protect itself with those fat cells. So that's a pretty cool thing.
And actually, some people will say, well, I don't need to cleanse because I don't have weight to lose. Well, a thin person might actually be having more toxic exposure more detrimental to their health than a person who is carrying some extra pounds around, because at least the person carrying those extra pounds has those obesogens, those fat cells, to protect their vital organs from the toxins, right?
So they're actually in more danger.
More danger.
The skinny fat.
Yep. Yeah, skinny fat. It's a massive epidemic in our society. Yeah.
So the next thing we're going to move on to is if I do lose weight, am I just going to regain it all back? And again, this is where the diet versus lifestyle change program thing kind of fits in. Diet is doing something for a short amount of time and then stopping. A lifestyle change program is doing something over the course of your life. So let's think about this. So Hale, if you ran on a treadmill for 30 days and you lost 10 pounds of body fat, and then you said, okay, I reached my goal, I'm going to stop running on that treadmill, what's going to happen?
I might gain the 10 pounds back.
So if something's working, why would you stop it? So that's why 10 years later, I'm still drinking shakes. I'm still doing occasional cleanses because I'm keeping my body in that maintenance phase. So by removing the toxins, the body is not going to be prone to regaining those fat cells once you go back to incorporating those foods back into your diet again. It's just such a beautiful thing because this program allows you to still enjoy the foods that you that you can't live without, but then we have a way to bring it back into balance. And that's one of the reasons I absolutely just adore this program.
Yeah, and that leads me into our next question, which is, do I have to give up all the foods I love? I don't want to be depriving myself, right? So like we keep saying, this is a lifestyle program. Life is meant to be lived. It's meant to be enjoyed. We would never ask you to give up the things that you love and look forward to having, because events are going to come up in life. You want to be able to go out for lunch with your best friends and out to dinner with your family and go on vacation and have some foods, and maybe you enjoy a little indulgence after dinner, So
that's life.
It's life, exactly. And it would be completely unattainable to say, nope, you're never having any of that stuff again. Your body would actually retaliate,
Yeah.
And you just wouldn't last very long in this program. So it's really all about lifestyle. And so maybe in the initial phase where you've got some really big goals to reach, or maybe just whatever your goals are, you're going to have an initial phase on this program where maybe you do scale back a little bit and you say, okay, I'm willing to go without this thing, that thing, and the next thing, or really just scale back on the amount of time I'm having it because I have my sights set on this goal.
Yeah.
And when I reach that goal, I'm going to be able to go into this phase called maintenance, which is really where Jen and I have been for, Jen for 9 years and me for 4, after that initial light bulb moment where the switch in my body turned on and I was like, okay, I'm forever different. So we really enjoy the foods that we love. We are
in moderation.
Huge advocates of really enjoying your life and enjoying the foods that you love in moderation.
Pizza and ice cream.
But the thing is, what I find is that my body doesn't retaliate the same way against those foods when I do have them anymore. So not only do I not want them as much, as frequently, because my body is deeply nourished, but when I do have them, I don't bloat and get inflamed in my body because the toxins are always in check. They're always being removed from my body so that my body can process things so much better.
Yeah, that's such a good way to put it. So if I do have pizza and ice cream, which I will never give up, I don't feel the next day bloated or just, how sometimes when you eat bad foods and you just the next day you're just oh, I feel so fat. I just don't usually feel that way because I know if I have, just some cleanse for life, even just before I go to bed that night, I know it's going to prevent all of, those retaliations happen in my body.
Yeah.
So.
Such a gift. So flexible.
Oh my gosh, the flexibility is amazing. So we have, a standard 30-day program that we start most people on, but we're able to customize it for people depending on their their life and what's going on in their body. So another huge win for just the ability to customize, and it can fit almost everybody's life. it's awesome.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Hale, a lot of people come to me and they say, is this safe? And the question I need to ask you is, what you buy in the grocery store safe? What is safe?
I mean, this is food. This is food, after all. This is the cleanest, highest quality, most pure, higher than organic quality standard food that you can put in your body. So, exactly. I mean, is what you're buying in the grocery store safe? I don't know. Maybe that's where you should be looking.
Yeah. I mean,
is eating at McDonald's a few times a week safe?
Yeah, or
the average American family
eats
fast food 3 times a week.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
I mean,
okay, so when people say, is this safe? Of course I'm going to address their concern. Isogenics doesn't use anything artificial or fake. Okay, they use everything in its purest forms. They have a scientific advisory board that makes sure that everything is perfectly calculated so that you're getting everything your body requires to function optimally. And they also make sure that the ingredients are no compromise. So non-compromised products, meaning you're getting the best on the planet.
I love that.
The products are also third-party tested. So they're tested the raw ingredients.
And not only are they tested, they are like rigorously tested. I mean, if they just don't meet the tiniest little speculation, the entire batch of that raw ingredient is sent back. It will not make it into the final product. They go so far above and beyond to make sure that you are getting the top-notch nutrition into your body that it's like it's almost like prohibitive. Like most companies would not go to the extents that this company goes.
Yeah, nothing in the grocery store does that.
No.
Yeah, and I'm sure McDonald's doesn't. There's also clinical studies done that we can actually give you links for. There was clinical studies done at Skidmore College, and they compared isogenics with the American Heart Healthy Diet, and the results were astounding. Not only did people lose more weight, they lost more body fat, and they lost more visceral body fat, which is the dangerous body fat. That's the body fat that's around your internal organs, and that's the body fat that tends to cause disease in the body.
Yeah, that's the bad fat, and it's the hardest to target as well. It is insanely hard to get to the visceral fat, and this system specifically targets it.
And it actually happens with or without exercise.
It does.
That's huge, because some people cannot exercise.
Yeah.
And this program still works.
And they'll say, well, am I going to get results if I'm not exercising? And the answer is yes, you will absolutely still get results. Does exercising compound your results? Yes, of course it does. And a lot of times,
my hairdresser just commented that cleansing makes you have great hair.
Oh, well, she does have great hair. And you do a good job on it, Angela. She's rocking out the new cut and color tonight.
Oh, I love it.
And I got mine in a top knot, so that's about how much I bust. Anyways.
All right, so...
but yeah, the exercise piece is huge. And when you start to feel really amazing, because you don't know how bad that you've been feeling until you start feeling good, you truly don't. You might be going through life thinking, well, I feel fine. Like everyone feels like this. I feel normal. You don't know that you're feeling bad until you start feeling good.
It's so true.
I had no idea how good I could feel.
I know.
T-minus 4 years ago. So not only was I working out a ton back then, but I was like dragging myself through my workouts because I was like, well, I don't even want to know what's going to happen to my body if I stop working out to this extent. But once I started utilizing this system, getting this nutrition in my body, it was like light switch. I want to work out all of a sudden. My workouts are easier. I enjoy it. I look forward to going to the gym. Yeah. So maybe you start out as someone who doesn't work out. That's fine. That's great. That's your prerogative. You're still going to get good results, but then you're feeling so good, you're probably going to start working out.
Yeah, most people end up working out.
It's like you have all this energy. What are you going to do with it? You can't just sit around and like twiddle your thumbs.
Sit here.
You got to get rid of it. Yeah.
All right. Next question.
Where the heck was I? Okay, so the benefits of intermittent fasting. Oh my gosh, I could just go on all day about these. So our bodies are very, very acidic from our lifestyle. The foods that we eat in particular, meat, dairy, alcohol, highly acidifying to our system. And this system realkalinizes the body. So a body that's in an alkaline state does better.
And disease really can't exist in an alkaline body.
It cannot. And acidity is really the precursor to most disease. So you really want to balance out your system. It's very hard to do with food alone. So this body specifically gets your body back into that state of balance. The burden of digestion, guys, you know, people think like, well, I don't want to not be eating. It's not healthy for my body to not be ingesting food, not be eating, for me to not be digesting. You know what? This is the greatest gift that you can give your body, to intermittent fast, backed up, you know, by all of your shake days, putting that dense nutrition into your body. But in particular, the intermittent fasting, the 24 or 48 hours, whichever span of time you choose to go, that is the greatest gift you can give your body, because we ask so much of our digestive systems. Our systems need a break from everything that we ask it to process. It's like your body just saying, thank you for this reprieve from everything that you require of me on a daily basis.
You feel on cleanse days, you know, people experience different things on a cleanse day, and some days you have ridiculously amazing energy. Like you feel like you can run a marathon. And then some cleanse days, your body just needs to chill out. You need to just sit down and like read a book. So, but that's, your body's going through like a repair. It's taking a break from its digestion, and it's going to work. It's getting rid of all those toxins that are housed in the fat cells. And that's a lot of work. Yeah. For your body to do.
And guys, one of the stats that just makes me so excited, because I just think this is so fun, is that human growth hormone. Now, this has been dubbed the sexy hormone, okay? Whatever that means to you. I mean, Jen looks pretty good, right?
My hair.
It's there, Angela. So human growth hormone spikes, okay, after 24 hours of intermittent fasting, which is exactly what we are doing with this program, but in a comfortable way, because we're giving our body the dense nutrition. All right, still intermittent fasting. That growth hormone increases in women 1,300%, okay, and in men, get this, 2,000%.
Ooh,
so
sexy hormone.
If you want to be sexy, you need to be intermittent fasting. There's something to it.
Absolutely.
And I will tell you that when we go to our company events, you know the isogenics people coming into restaurants.
And airports.
We were in Vegas in August, and you can just tell. We might be a mile down the strip from the convention center, and you can tell the people who are in ISA walking into the restaurant. You can pick them out. It's like,
it's the ISA glow, they call it.
It's night and day. You absolutely get the ISA glow.
Do you see
ISA,
do you
not
see it?
ISA.
Do you see it? Because we do.
You know what? And that leads me to something else. I was so sad by my reflection in the mirror before I found this gift. I honestly would look in the mirror and I just looked gray and tired and old, and my skin was broken out. I don't know, whoever knew me 4 years ago, my skin was just a disaster. And I was like, what am I ever going to do about this? You know, and finally I found something that, because my system is so nourished from the inside out, it's like the radiance just pours out, literally comes out of your pores.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
And you do. You look pretty damn good.
Me too.
Ah, thanks. So how much does the program cost? That's another super common question. Well, let me ask you a question first. Do you know how much money you spend on your food every day? Do you know? Like
less now that
you have
I'm
ISA.
using ISA.
But most people don't even know how much they spend every day on themselves. You know, if you are going to work every day, maybe you're stopping for coffee at Starbucks, and you know, maybe that's like what, $6-ish. Then you buy lunch at the cafeteria, or you go out to lunch with your friends. It's another $10 to $15. So right there, you're spending over $20 a day, and that's just on, you know, not the healthiest food, and you're spending more money. What we're going to do is reallocate some of your budget, some of your food budget, and we're going to put it towards superfood nutrition that actually makes you feel amazing and gives you the results you want. So right now you have a choice. Am I going to continue what I'm doing, spending more money, not getting the results I want, or go the opposite direction, spend less money, and put superfood in my body and actually get the results I deserve to have, right?
Yeah, I love that it's just a reallocation of spend because we spend so much money on food, guys. It's, you know, a lot of times you're buying isogenics in 30-day chunks. So that's why it feels artificially expensive to people, I think.
That's a good way to put
But
it,
when
yeah.
you really break it down, serving by serving, it's really inexpensive compared to having to compile meals from the store, and not to mention all the inconvenience and the chopping and the prep and the...
Yeah. This is
Yeah,
like
it's a
30-second meals. So you're looking at spending anywhere between like $10 to $20 a day on the superfood nutrition. So when you think about it that way, compared to what most people spend on food that doesn't serve them, it's actually a really great deal. And the other thing too is that we have referral programs, so that if you're feeling amazing and people are going to start asking you, what are you doing? Your skin looks so good. You can refer them to Isogenics, and Isogenics actually gives you some cash back. And that's money that you can use to buy your Isogenic superfood every month, or you can use it to pay other bills. You know, It's totally up to you.
I love that referral system that Isogenics has in place. It's genius. It's brilliant. And you know, the reason that that Isogenics chose network marketing as their business model is because they wanted people to be able to afford their nutrition. They wanted people to be able to afford their best health and not be able to say, well, it's just too much money, I can't do it. Well, okay, if you're not seeing right now how you can fit it into your budget, who do you know who wants to lose some weight, increase their energy, have that brain fog lifted, get some mental acuity, age really gracefully and healthfully, you know, maybe earn some extra income. You know, every single person on earth falls into one of those categories. Who do you know? Who do you know?
Literally.
If you know a couple of people, you can get your own products paid for and literally become the walking, you know, billboard for health that you want to be in the world.
Yeah. Sarah, I see your question. Sarah just posted, aren't we meant to eat real food? And so what is real food? Because the food that we get in our grocery stores now is not real. Even organic, I mean, organic food is real, obviously, but the soil's depleted. We're not getting the nutrition that we need from it. So what this does is this program gives you a nutritional foundation. So basically, it's going to fill in all the gaps where our food doesn't cut it anymore. We still eat tons of real food, quote unquote real food. But to be honest with you, there's nothing more real and alive than the food that comes in Isogenics.
And our products are minimally processed. I mean, the stringent process that our manufacturing of products goes through would blow your mind. I mean, they preserve every nutrient down to a thousandth of a decimal point. You know, that's what it's all about, is preserving that nutrition so that your body can be enriched in a way that food is not able to do these days.
Yeah. I mean, you're able to get a full, better than organic standard meal in 240 calories, getting every single vitamin and mineral that your body requires for the day in a shake, okay? It's a complete meal replacement. It's not just a protein shake. So I don't know if that helps to answer your question, Sarah. I hope it did. If anyone else out there has any questions specifically, please put them in the feed because we'd be happy to address those questions.
And you know what? I will say as a health coach that I had the exact same misgiving in the beginning. Well, aren't we supposed to eat real food? This is not real food. It's dehydrated powder. How could this be real food? And you know what? I was so skeptical, but I just decided to put the nutrition in my body and let it tell me whether it was working or not. And the way that I felt after putting this in my body was so drastically different from how I had felt in the past with real, whole, clean food from the grocery store, from Whole Foods, organic. Made me realize that I had been missing the mark in my nutrition, and that my preconceived notion that maximum quality nutrition cannot come in powder form was way off.
Yeah, like Haley said, once you put it in your body, you're going to feel the difference, and you're going to be like, wow, this is how people are supposed to feel every day.
Put it in your body and let your body tell you whether it works or not.
And
it's simple.
There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if it doesn't do what you think it should do for you, the company will even refund your money after all the containers are empty. That's how much they believe and back the product. So it's pretty awesome. So do you have another question to address?
I don't know. I think something that's coming to mind is, you know, what about when I start to feel hungry? Isn't that bad? And you know what I've come to find with nutritional cleansing is, and especially again on my cleanse days, I look forward to them so much. My energy is through the roof, my clarity, it's like recharging my batteries.
It is.
Refreshing my system. And I've come to find it's like a muscle that the more you use it, the easier it gets. It's almost like you're getting stronger in that muscle, that cleansing muscle. And
your body gets used to it.
And hunger kind of just ebbs and flows on those days.
On the cleanse days.
On the cleanse days, exactly. When you're not having traditional meals. But you are looking forward to having something, an isogenics product, every hour on the hour. So you're always, it makes a big difference psychologically to always be looking forward to having something.
Yeah.
You know, just something for your mouth to be doing.
Yeah, because the thing about cleanse day is when people say, oh my gosh, I can't eat, you know, it's more of a mental and an emotional attachment to food than it is that our body actually needs the food. Because I always say, oh my gosh, when I do a cleanse day and I'm not having, you know, those traditional meals and snacks, I see how optimally my body performs, and I say, my gosh, we really don't need all this food that we eat every single day. I mean, we do, but you know what I'm saying.
And it's funny, it's like biology puts us into this like fight or flight mechanism when it comes to hunger. So you feel the slightest twinge of hunger and it's like, oh my gosh, let me squelch that right away. But you really learn a whole new way to relate to your body through doing this. You just learn your body's cues. You're so much more in tune with your body and what you really truly need.
Because a lot of people say, oh my gosh, am I going to be hungry all the time? Most of your days are what we call shake days. And what we do on a shake day is we have 2 meals replaced by shakes. Then we have 2 healthy snacks. And then we have 1 regular 400 to 600 calorie meal. So you're really eating every 3 hours. And you're eating, you know, really good whole foods in addition to the shakes. Most people are not hungry at all. If you're used to eating large meals, of course you're going to feel different. This is new. It's not hard. It's just new. So your body may have to adjust a little bit. And you're only doing 4 cleanse days, 4 intermittent fasting days throughout the 30-day period. And those are the days where you're not having these traditional meals or snacks, and we're giving our digestive system a break. You are taking in nutrition, though. You're taking in the Cleanse for Life.
Dense nutrition.
Which floods your body with vitamins and minerals that you just don't get from food anymore. And then you're snacking on the snacks that are provided with the program that help to keep your blood sugar stable, help you from feeling overly hungry, just keeping your metabolism going, you know, in a sense, you know, so that you're not like in starvation mode. Because that's not happening on a cleanse day.
Yeah, absolutely. And then back to the flexibility. So in that initial month, yes, you're doing 4 deep cleanse days. But at this point, Jen and I just throw a cleanse day into our routine when we need it. Because we're more in tune with our bodies now, we know when we need a cleanse day.
Yeah,
it's
we
like,
can just
oh
tell.
boy.
We'll just wake up in the morning and be like, you know, today's a cleanse day. Like, we just know it.
It's such a beautiful thing to have that relationship with your body.
That intuition.
To just know what your body needs and how to provide it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. How about the question, does it taste good? Oh my gosh, of course it tastes good. Otherwise I wouldn't be here 10 years later.
Exactly. I don't care how good something is for me. If it was unpalatable, unpleasant for me to take, I just probably wouldn't stick with it for 4 years. Everything that Isogenics makes, I find to be absolutely delicious.
Now, there are times where people are just used to an extremely toxic diet. Like, let's say someone who
and that goes back to the body acidity.
It does. Let's just say someone who's used to eating fast foods like almost every day. They don't eat any, you know, fruits or vegetables regularly. Sometimes the products may taste different to them because their body is in an acidic state. But once the products are in their body for a good week and they get that first cleanse day in, the acidity goes down, the alkalinity comes up, and their taste buds change. They actually want to eat healthier foods.
And that's why we say, just give us a week. Okay? Plug and chug if you really hate it, because you will get there. You'll get to the end of the tunnel and you'll start to enjoy it and you'll start to look forward to it. It's your body playing tricks on you right now.
It is.
Saying that it tastes bad when really it doesn't. It's delicious.
I mean, when you think about how people, you know, they say, oh my gosh, when I eat Oreos, like I can't just eat one, or Lay's potato chips. It's because there are chemicals in there that actually cause you to crave those foods and overeat. You're not going to find any of that stuff in isogenics. So, like when we have a piece of isogenics chocolate called Isodelights, you can have one or two, and your cravings.
Don't get me started on isogenics.
Your cravings are satiated. Like you don't need to eat the whole box. So this is the difference, you guys. This is nutrition that is giving your body what it needs. So therefore, you need to eat less.
And guys, on your deep cleanse days, even on your deep cleanse days when you're intermittent fasting, you get to have chocolate and coffee. That is the program for me. You're fasting and you get chocolate and coffee.
And e-shots.
And e-shots, which is like the best thing ever created and known to man.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's like I do not feel deprived in any way, shape, or form when I'm cleansing. I look forward to it.
We just feel we've never felt so good. We're in such a good place right now. We've eliminated some extra things from our diet recently. We just feel on top of the world. We're so ready to help people who are ready to. We're so excited for the people that are saying yes to our program because we cannot wait to see what's going to happen to them in the next few months.
And you know what? When you start to feel good the way we feel good, you go out and do bigger, better, more awesome things in the world. You get to go beyond what's happening here and start to affect other people's lives. And you know what I mean? It's
Alexis had a question.
Expanding outward. Alexis, what do you suggest on cleanse days if you have a busy schedule and you don't want to feel fatigued? If you have a busy schedule and you don't want to feel fatigued, what do we suggest on cleanse days?
Well, some cleanse days, your body is just going to be a little bit more tired. It really just depends on the flow of your body at the time. So if you're feeling fatigued regularly on your cleanse days, you might want to do it on a day that you are home and you can just kind of sit back on the couch. But if you're at work and you all of a sudden experience fatigue, you can pop an e-shot.
E-shot.
You know, you can have
E-shot is like the solution for 80% of issues that come up in isogenics.
Yeah, it solves world peace.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if everyone had e-shots, I think we would be experiencing world peace right now.
Yeah, I could totally agree on that. You can also have some apple slices on hand. Now, we don't recommend that you do have apple slices on cleanse days unless you feel like you absolutely need a little boost. So, Alexis, that might be the key for you. E-shots, and then worst case scenario, apple slices. Do you have anything else?
And some people actually just really enjoy cleansing on busy days because they find that it takes their mind off of food.
Yeah.
So, but everyone's different. Everyone has a slightly different approach to what they enjoy on their cleanse days. Some people just like to be home, snuggled under a blanket, with a cup of tea, taking it super easy, just letting their body truly rest. Other people want to be out and about, keeping their mind busy elsewhere. So,
yeah, and every cleanse day is different for me, honestly. So some days I have tons of energy, and some cleanse days I just want to snuggle up with a blanket. So I think we've got most things covered. So if you guys have any last questions that you have for us regarding nutritional cleansing, we'd love to answer those for you. And you know what? We want to also let you know if this stuff sounds good to you, if you're curious, we do have a private Facebook page that you can come into. You can take your time, look at some more information, and then you can make a really good educated decision as to whether or not this is the solution for you.
Exactly.
So you can
it can really just be at your leisure. Just
There's no
poking
pressure.
around. There's never any pressure. We'll never force you to do anything. I promise to never pour a shake down your throat.
Yeah, you know what? You have to decide what's best for you. We share and you decide. And
Absolutely, and we support.
Yeah, we show you the way.
Such a beautiful system.
It is.
And
I get to work with Haley every day.
I mean, that's really the best thing. Like the people you meet in this culture. What would I do without you?
I don't
Seriously.
know. Oh my God, you're my soul sister.
I know.
All right, you guys. Well, I think that's a wrap. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. We'll get back to you. If you want to be added to our private Facebook page, comment below. We'll do that for you too. And if you were a guest here and you want more information or you're ready to get started, please reach back to the person who told you about this Facebook Live. And we look forward to seeing massive success for you.
We are so here for you in any way, even if it's just to answer questions, or maybe you are lit up and ready to get started right this second. Give me a ring, Facebook message one of us, or get back to the person who directed you to this video so that they can do exactly that. And if you're just still on the fence, ask to be added into that group. It's a really awesome community. You get to poke around at your leisure. You get to see all the transformations. It's a great tool.
Super motivating.
But we just want to be here for you in whatever capacity you need us.
Yeah, definitely. We want to serve you. So, hope you guys have a great night.
Good night, guys.